Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Into the Light. Thank you so much for being here today and clicking on my reading. So, today's pick card reading is going to be about what your person's thoughts are during this quarantine, self-isolation, whatever you want to call it. So, what are their thoughts being apart from you, right? So we have 3 piles to choose from. You can choose from these 3 cards here. So, this is the first card for pile 1. This is how it looks. Right, and then pile 2 will be this card here to choose from. And then pile 3 is this card here. Alright, so those are your 3 photos to choose from, your 3 cards. I really love the art on these cards. Yeah, so those are your 3 cards to choose from. Think of the question, what are their thoughts about me during this isolation? Alright, without further ado, I'm going to get started with pile 1, and you can find your timestamps in the description box or in the comments below. Let's get started. Hey you guys, so if you have chosen pile 1, with this beautiful card over here, you found your way to your reading. So, what are their thoughts about you during this quarantine? Right, so I'm going to push this card to the side. It has something on the back here as well, but we'll read that after. So I'm going to lay out the cards now. We got exchanging gifts. Okay. Next we have round and round. Oops. Next we have fork in the road. Then we have the waiting game. I'll push these up. And then we have base chakra in the reverse. And then we have rejoice and celebration. Then for your oracle cards, I love these cards. We have discipline. And we also have the creative. Okay. Let me just move the camera a little bit to the side. All right. So, what are your person's thoughts about you during this quarantine? So, I'll read that last, as I said. So, let's get started with this side here, exchanging gifts and the waiting game. So, I think something that they've been thinking a lot about is how are they going to give or offer you something in a way that sets things in motion. So it's like they know that even though you guys are in this isolation right now, you guys aren't really near each other. It's like, what can I do to keep these things going? Like this person is like thinking about like what decisions they need to make that would help this relationship or this connection thrive to grow. I feel like they may have set some things in motion in a way, but I feel like they haven't done enough, right? And in their head, they're like, I don't want things to get off path. Like, I don't want things to go left or go right, They want things to keep going in a steady motion, right? And that's why we have round and round here. Like, I feel like this person, something that has been causing them to be like a little bit afraid, is because they feel like they started to get somewhere, they started to go somewhere with this connection, but now they're back again to this stagnancy. Now they're back to, oh gosh, like, what if things don't keep thriving? What if because we spent so much time apart that, the passion or whatever will die down, right? So honestly, right now, their thoughts of their approach before, like how they thought they set things in motion before, they're feeling like not too good about it, because like they feel like, if I'm having these thoughts, like, of I'm not too sure if things are going to be the same, or if the passion's still going to be there, they're thinking, they're thinking, I didn't say enough, I didn't do enough, right? So now it's kind of like their thoughts are, as I was saying earlier, like, how do I approach you that would be better? And like, would you turn away if I don't do the right thing? And honestly, with this base chakra being in reverse, like, this person feels very disconnected from you. And I feel like that's something that's been, scaring them a bit. And not even just from you, but like, from a lot of things that are going on. And I feel like with this person, that I feel like they look to you for, a little bit of like safety, like they cared about you, like you were like their very like safe space, like you guys would talk, and like they can forget about what's going on in the world. But yeah, right now they've just been overthinking, kind of having fear about returning to that cycle, like returning into this cycle of like things being stagnant, things not going well. um, but they really want to be able to fix things, to make things still be good between you two. And with the fork in the road here, it's like they've reached a moment of truth about how they want to evolve and which direction they want to take. And they want to make sure that the direction they take is going to follow their truest desire, obviously, right? So they want to be able to go deeper in this commitment, go deeper in this connection, and they want to be able to base this relationship off of truth, authenticity, honesty, all those great things, because right now it's like there's like this feeling of, I don't want to be afraid about what's going to happen in the future, how are things going to end up. Like, they want to be able to have this balance with you. So I feel like they've been getting too much in their base chakra must be like, a little bit blocked off right now, because they're just very much like overthinking, not really like in their body, just kind of thinking about like, oh my gosh, like, what if things aren't the same? And yeah, they're just like, I want to be able to make a decision that will make sure that I'm not afraid about what's going to happen next. Um, as well, with the rejoice and celebration, this just shows me that they've been thinking, like, after a period of, being indecisive, a little bit confused, like not knowing which way to go, going in circles and circles here, that they want to be rejoicing in this celebration with you. Like, they want to be happy with you. They want to be around you. They want to celebrate new things with you, um, new milestones with you. There's the word. And something I'm noticing here is, where is it? Yeah, so the waiting game and round, like, they're both like circles, right? Going in circles. So I feel like this person has been kind of just circling their thoughts a lot about you, about this connection, about where you guys are going. Like, they've been really much in their head. And with the discipline here, like, I feel like your person is trying to discipline themselves and trying to like silence like their fear-based thoughts, their ego-based thoughts. And now they're like, okay, I need to stop overthinking and actually get back down on earth, ground myself, and understand that if I want this connection to get somewhere, I need to take the bull by its horns. Literally, like, I need to make that decision. I need to create these strategies to figure out how we will be better off, like, together, like how we will be able to, fix things. And I feel like most of the times that they're overthinking about the connection is at nighttime, like at night, that's when all of their like scared kind of feelings come out. And now they're like, okay, at nighttime, I need to make sure that I'm not overthinking too much and scaring myself. And then with the creative here, so this is the Yang principle, right? So more as like them trying to be more hands-on, them trying to do more, because as I was saying, like they feel like maybe their approach that they did like to set things in motion maybe wasn't enough, right? And they don't want to have this feeling, so they want to bring more strength with this connection. They want to take more charge as well, and I feel like more charge as like they don't want you to also be in that position of thinking like, do they care, do they not care, they don't want you to both be in that kind of mind, that state of mind, right? Okay, so that's what I got for you guys. And then we have this card here, so this is also about their thoughts for you, right? So on the back here it says, love is like a rosebud. It may reach full blossom, or it might die softly, or it might die softly. So yeah, I feel like this person is like, we can go one way or the other way. We can keep this relationship going, we can keep this connection blooming, or we don't do anything because we're scared and it starts dying slowly and softly, So yeah, I feel like definitely like this person is going to take more lead, and look forward to it. All right, so that's what I got for you guys that chose pile 1. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Bye now. Hey you guys, so if you have chosen pile 2 with this beautiful image here, you found your way to your reading. So what is your person's thoughts about you during this quarantine? So I'm going to leave this to the side and read this in the end, except that with the first pile. That was nice. So I'm going to lay out these cards. So we have regeneration. Okay. We have yin. Poised. The throat chakra. Heart chakra. Recognition and reward. Then for your Tao Oracle, we have progress. And we also have increase. Also, like, I took my nails off, and I'm not a nail tech in any way, but I need to get a buffer, so don't mind that. My nails grew so much, though, so that's cool. Not like anyone cares, but it's alright. I care. Okay. So there we go. Oh, you can't see it. Let me turn a little bit. Alright, guys. So, what is your person's thoughts about you during, this time apart? Put that up there. Sip some tea real quick. Alright. So let's start off with regeneration and the throat chakra here. So I'm feeling like your person is feeling like their thoughts right now is like nothing will stop just because we are apart. Like this fire won't die down just because, we're not around each other. They very much still feel that passion for you, that warmth, that feeling of passion and multiple possibilities of what can happen between you two. So they want to be able to make the effort so more things can flow. like so you guys can flow together nicely. Kind of like this lava down here, like everything's just flowing and then there's growth. They want to keep this relationship, sorry, or keep this connection growing, right? So I'm also feeling like because you guys are in this separation and might not really be seeing each other that much, I feel like this person has been thinking about you way more and thinking like, wow, like these feelings are getting more authentic. Like they're actually seeing like how they actually feel, like, because I feel like this person may like work a lot or put their head into something else, so they don't really think too much about things. Like they rather like do things physically so they can kind of get their mind off of things, but because they're not around a lot of people, they can't really fully get their mind off of you. Like they're always thinking about you. So yeah, they can't hide their feelings by doing tasks, right? I feel like as well with this throat chakra here, it's like I feel like they're telling themselves, like they're letting themselves know, like, yeah, I definitely feel this way. Like this is definitely something I want to do. And I feel like with regeneration here, I feel like in their mind they're thinking like, even though we don't see each other right now, I believe that this is just a new cycle with our relationship, with this connection. Like this is like a test, even if you guys are apart right now, this is a test to see like, will our connection still thrive, which definitely I see this happening, right? Because regeneration is also about a rebirth, right? So there is going to be a rebirth of feelings, a rebirth of passion for each other, right? So with yin and the heart chakra here, I feel like they're wanting to make you kind of take the lead in how to care for you. They're like, they want to be able to know what your interests are. They want to be able to know like what you like. I feel like especially like during this time, they've been kind of just on your social media, just keeping up with what you're doing, what you're thinking, like any posts that you make or whatever. They're like, oh, so this is how they feel. Like I feel like they're trying to get to know you as well from afar. And like they're like, okay, like this little curtain here, I'm kind of feeling like right now you might be a little bit unreachable, but they can watch you from afar, like with this here. Yeah, I feel like as well their heart is moving closer to their desire, which is you. And I feel like as well, whoever the feminine energy here is, I feel like like whoever that is, like the feminine energy, like you have opened them up a lot. You've opened their heart. I feel like maybe after a period of time, like they're kind of a little bit closed off, and you now have this, whoever the feminine energy is, the feminine energy now like really opened up. That new feeling of passion opened up their heart chakra. But also, I feel like there can be times where you might not know how this person is feeling about you. They might want to like keep things a little bit to themselves because, I feel like they're still going through this growth process within themselves as well. So I feel like another word of advice for y'all that are viewing, take note of the small gestures that they do. Like maybe at this point they can't like take you on a date or send you a whole bunch of flowers, but take a note of what they say to you. Like, for example, like they'll be like, hey, like, I'm gonna buy this shirt. Should I buy the red one or should I buy the green one? Like just them asking you for your opinion or asking you about what they should do, like what choices they should make. Just little gestures like that. Just pay attention to that, because those are also like indicators of them thinking about you, thinking about how you see them, right? Especially I feel that with poised here, because this person, they honestly already feel very confident around you, and they feel really confident about this connection. And I feel like they notice that you see them for who they are, right? You see them for them and not what they have. So they feel like they can go to you and you won't have, like, they won't get some bias from you because you know you're not going to use them or anything. They feel like they can really be themselves around you. They feel like comfortable in their skin around you, and they also want you to feel that as well, right? They want you to feel how they feel. So they might be like complimenting you a whole bunch or think about what to say to you. um, if you're someone that, you know, might be like, like I feel like my legs are getting too big, they'll be like, no, like you're perfect, you know? They want you to feel comfortable in your skin as well. And with recognition and reward right beneath this, it's like you've recognized who they are. Like also because like I feel like there's like a woman and then a man, but it's like these images are very similar. It's like they're both, I don't know, it's like they're both kind of being rewarded for something, like they're on a pedestal. I feel like they might even put you on a pedestal as well, but like they also want, yeah, they feel like they put you on a pedestal, so they have to put themselves on a pedestal as well. Like they need to match your energy. Um, they feel like even if they felt like before like they weren't good enough, like they need to become more in their power. They need to be more comfortable with themselves, and they need to love themselves more as well so that they can love you. Um, yeah. And I feel like as well, like even though this is like a this card is about like material things, I don't really feel 100% like this is like them being like, oh, like you recognize the work that I do. Like, yeah, like you might think like, yeah, they have like a great passion and they're like doing so much good stuff with that. Yeah, but it's not just about that. It's like you recognize them, like you recognize their soul. Um, and I feel like as well, I'm hearing like you take time for me. You take time for me. Right? So you're patient with them. Very patient with them. And then we have progress here. So I feel like as well, like their thoughts are like, how do we achieve more with this connection? How can I show my appreciation to you? What do I do to make this go further? Increased clarity is here too. So I feel like as well with themselves, like their progress is also like just being true to their feelings, like understanding like, yeah, I feel this way about you. I care about you. I feel happy around you. I feel comfortable around you. You're someone I see myself being with. You know, and this has been like kind of a long time coming, you know, like this person may be a little bit hot and cold sometimes, especially with this regeneration. Like sometimes they're a little bit hot, sometimes they're a little bit cold because I feel like there's a little snow or whatever up there. But it's like, it's it's just their way of kind of warming up to you. I feel like before they may have been really hard at warming up to new people in their lives and stuff, but you've really sparked something in them. And with increase here, sharing, reaping rewards, overflow, expansion, flowering. So I feel like they're definitely like this is just about like their feelings for you increasing, wanting to actually expand with you, wanting to make you a part of their growth, um, wanting to be able to grow this connection as well. And I feel like they're also encouraging themselves to, you know, take take this connection like more seriously as well, like to actually show you more ways of how they feel, because I feel like this person may have been holding back a lot of their feelings. Like I feel like they have a lot of feelings for you, but it's like they don't really talk about it too much. So I feel like they're trying to be a little bit more vulnerable, trying to get in a little bit more of their yin energy here. And then lastly, this is the card you chose, so let's see more about what their thoughts are. Why are the phrases goodbye, I'm sorry, and I love you so easy to pronounce yet so hard to say? So, I feel like, yeah, this person has a lot to say to you, but it's like really hard for them to say it. I feel like with the goodbye, it's like maybe like when you guys are talking, they can't say goodbye or goodnight to you. Like it's really hard. Like they just want to keep on talking to you. Maybe they want to say like I'm sorry about how they treated you in the past and everything, but it's like really hard for them to because they're just a little bit scared about it. And I feel like this person like does have a lot of feelings for you and they do feel like they do love you, but it's like so hard to say it to you. Like they don't know if it's the right time, whatever it might be. So that's what I got for you guys that chose pile 2. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye now. Hey you guys, so if you have chosen pile 3 with this beautiful image right here, you found your way to your reading. So what are your person's thoughts about you during this quarantine? Alright, let's figure it out. I will read this card last. Alright, so let's see what we have here. We've got TikTok, Milk and Honey, next we have The Fates, then we have Accelerated Motion, Foundation and Achievements, and then we have Partnerships and Alliances. Okay. Then for your Tao Oracle, we have the Taming Power of the Great. And we have Decrease. Cool, so in my last reading, it got Increase, and this one we got Decrease. It's interesting. All right. So what are your person's thoughts about you during this time apart? Okay. Move this a little bit. All right. So, start over here with TikTok and Accelerated Motion. So, honestly, just the overview of these cards, I feel like this person isn't too much like afraid or worried about what's going to happen next. Like especially with TikTok Accelerated Motion here as the beginning 2 cards, they're thinking there's enough time to think about what they want or what you want. And they believe that this connection is something that is fated, honestly. Like they believe in this connection. And they know that like if you were sent to me and if I were sent to you, then this is ours. This is our connection. And it's like a miracle to them. So they know like this won't be taken away, right? So really they're thinking like we have enough time. I do feel like this person is a little bit agitated sometimes because they want to be able to be around you, but like at the same time they're like, you know what, everything's fine, everything's okay. Like this person is like more so trying to keep themselves calm and know like everything's going to work out. They have a lot of faith in this connection as well. Like they feel like things are in motion, things are going well. If I stress out, then that's going to be on me, you know? And with Milk and Honey and Foundation Achievements here, like this is showing me that they're also just thinking about like the sweet moments that you guys have had, the sweet passionate combos that you've had, you know, just reminiscing on those things instead of like any kind of fear-based thoughts, right? So I want to be able to keep abundant, loving thoughts because they feel like you guys already have a solid foundation and they've been leaning on really like law of attraction, like just keeping their thoughts positive. We have double rainbows here. Like definitely I'm seeing like this connection is faded, like you guys were meant to be together and they feel this way as well. Like these are like rainbows, I feel like they're kind of like messages from the divine, just like, they're just keeping happy, positive thoughts. And we also have the fates here, so like, it's all here, guys. And then accelerated motion, like, it's in the cards. So yeah, spirit is on your sides, like, spirit's on everyone's side, but like, with this connection, like, they know, like, everything's going to be all right. Like, this is not going to be taken away from me. This connection won't be taken away from us. Everything's going to be all right. We're going to be fine. Let's focus on growing individually as, as ourselves. And then we're going to be able to come together and do a lot more better, I feel like this person is also thinking about, maybe in the past how they may have done some, like, they're thinking about, like, in the past, like, how they could have treated you in the past, and they're thinking about what I can do better to make sure that this connection is, comfortable and loving and filled of, like, great thoughts. When you have 3 of these cards here are all spirit cards, so this person is very, like, trying to get in tune with their spirit, trying to get in tune with themselves, trying to balance themselves, right? Like, these are literally all spirit cards here. Yeah, and I feel like as well there, with the fates here, like, this is showing me that they're but like, they're accepting who you are and trying to accept how they are as well. And they're not wanting to mold you, and they're not wanting to try and create you to be a way that they think you should be, or to do things that you should do, or whatever like that. Like, they want to be able to avoid that issue. And I feel like maybe before, like, pre-quarantine, like, this person may have been trying to get you to do things or shape you in a way that you don't want to be. Like, they're trying to cut back from that. And that's why the decrease card is here, because they may have had, like, predisposed, like, thoughts about how a relationship should be like, or what their partner should be like. But they're like, this is a fated connection. So it's like, when you have fated connections, it's meant for both of you guys to evolve into being better versions of yourselves. So your person is not going to have the same similarities as you will. There's going to be differences there, but there's a reason why those differences are there, because one person has what the other person lacks, right? So they're taking this time to perceive what ways they have been trying to kind of change you or limit themselves as well, what kind of mask they may have been putting on. And as well, like, partnerships and alliances here, which further, like, shows me with this under the Fates card that you guys are together in this partnership to learn different things about each other. You guys are here to evolve, right? There's differences here based on, like, the skin color here as well. So yeah, that also further shows, like, you guys have some differences, right? But it's like, you guys are meant to evolve together, to be together. And then with the taming power of the great, so with the taming power of the great, you have self-discipline, concentration, strengthen your character from within, self-awareness, and realizing potential. So I feel like your person has been taking this time to grow themselves, like, focus on their own personal growth, their own personal journey as they are apart from you. So when you guys do come back together, when you guys can see each other again, things will be a lot better, like, not like things were bad before, but things will be a lot better. They'll be able to concentrate on your needs and concentrate on what bothers you and what doesn't, realizing potential. So I feel like as well, like, this person realizes this potential of this connection. Like, during this time apart, it's like, that's literally all they really have been thinking about. And I feel like they've also been noticing, like, there's things about me that I want to change as a person. So That's why they're trying to strengthen their own character as well. And then we have decrease, decline, cutting back. So like honestly, like this person is trying to decrease the way that they used to think, the way that they used to act. I feel like they're trying to simplify their life a lot more, because like over here it's like less is more as well. Letting go of any kind of thoughts that they had before about like how a relationship should look like, what a relationship should be like. Maybe if you guys, like for example, you don't like the same types of music, like just an example, they're going to be like, okay, we don't like the same type of music, but that's not a big deal. How about I try and listen to their music, try and get to know them based on this difference? Like they want to be able to put themselves in your shoes, right? Yeah. The sacrifice is also here. So I feel like as well, like because, you know, maybe this connection isn't something that they're used to. It's like, let me take this sacrifice of how I used to think. That's why they're trying to like make themselves more self-disciplined and more aware, right? Because maybe in the past they haven't been that way. So lastly, we have this card here that you chose from. It has a little saying on the back, so we're going to check it out. Love is an angel disguised as lust. Love is an angel disguised as lust. It's very interesting. I'm trying to decipher this. However you feel like this means to you, take that. But I'm also seeing like this person can be thinking like, especially with just this image here, like I feel like you two are here, you're in this connection, everything's going good, and then this angel just comes by, or this person just comes by, and look, you both have like your hands up like, nope, stop, right? So I feel like maybe this person as well has been, you know, as I was saying, like they were thinking about like how they want you to be and they don't want to mold you. So I feel like maybe they may have been thinking like, oh, like I wish that this would happen, I wish that maybe you were this way. But those are like lust-based preferences that they have, so they want to be able to get rid of that and just focus more on, you know, loving you for who you are, loving this connection, you know. Yeah. If you have another idea of what this might mean, let me know. But that's what I got for you guys that chose pile 3. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Stay safe. Bye.